Yay! 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 Yay!
It is like beyond cold
Yeah.
right now. I don't know if I like it. Like it's been really cold.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it super cold.
We discussed this like a couple years ago. I love blizzards, right?
Good for you.
But we discussed like I think it was last year how like people just don't obey traffic laws come big snow days.
Yeah, I remember you talking about just people driving down the middle of the road.
And then literally the next day I'm driving here and I'm like, oh, there's someone doing it. Let's take a picture and put it up on our Facebook. So it's like case proven. People are equally stupid on frozen ponds, I find.
Oh, did you see that video of that woman?
What happened?
Dude, I forget where I saw it. Might have been on TikTok I saw it, but this woman somewhere, and it was one of those crazy news kind of things.
Oh, so Florida?
No, it was a frozen area. She was driving back and forth over the pond on a regular basis to avoid going all the way around someplace on the road.
Yeah, smart.
And it was a thin spot, and in she went.
Oh.
And then she stood on the roof of the car taking selfies. That she was stuck in the middle of nowhere, so she's taking selfies.
What a dumb...
So she was arrested for putting the first responders in jeopardy to get her out and fined for driving on thin ice.
Good.
But that just cracked me up.
Stupidity.
People are dumb. Darwin's right. They'll work it out.
So...
But not when we're saving them when they're standing on top of the roof of their car taking a selfie.
The selfie culture is just I can't stand me. Everyone's taking a picture. Me. Taking
Leave Mimi alone.
No, Mimi is wonderful, but everyone else is.
What happened to Mimi?
From Alfredo's?
No.
From Drew Carey?
Yeah. What happened to Mimi?
I don't know.
She was a likable character.
She was very likable.
She was funny.
I don't know.
Someone Google that and get back to us.
So here's
I can't be bothered to Google it.
So here's a picture, Mo. You know what I like to do when the pond is frozen? Stand around in a circle with about a dozen some odd people and have a bonfire on the ice.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Fire on ice?
Yeah.
Fire melts.
You apparently have
melts the ice.
Not gone ice fishing with people before.
I don't go ice fishing with 20 people and stand around a bonfire on top of the ice.
If the base of the fire is off of the ice, where it's raised up a little bit, you're in good shape. And that's what a lot of people do, especially on like 3 foot thick ice.
You can see in this picture, the fire is just on the ice. There's no, it's literally on the ice.
And if that's like 3 feet thick, what are you worried about? You can drive a truck on that. You're fine.
Yeah, but you don't think having a fire is going to...
There's probably dirt underneath that fire. It's going to bounce that heat up.
Maybe. I don't know.
Science.
I did not think it was the smartest thing. That's all.
Science. Sorry, I peeked on that, but that was fun.
All right. Well, maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I saw it. I was like, people having a fire on ice. Usually those things don't mix. I thought there was a...
Well, if we have anybody in Minnesota, Wisconsin, out that way.
What's Florida of the North? It's probably where that woman was anyway.
Probably northern Michigan.
North Dakota.
North Dakota's just barren. Nobody's there. There's like 5 people who live in North Dakota.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go there, though.
To North Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to North Dakota. I want to go to Montana. I want to go to Wyoming. I like the places where nobody is.
Okay.
I like that.
Good.
It'd be tough if I moved there.
Yeah.
Then we couldn't do a podcast. We'd have to do a virtual podcast.
You can always do virtual podcasts.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy to do virtual podcasts.
I know. We did that during the pandemic, and they were not good shows.
We do better feeding off of our energy.
We do.
Our energy. So,
but you'd have to come out. So if I win the lottery and I buy a place in Wyoming, you'll have to come out.
Okay.
To do shows.
Done.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the doctor's office to get a COVID test. I'm getting COVID tests all the time.
Yeah.
Right. I tested positive for COVID a month after having it.
Right.
Still testing positive.
Yeah. Last show you were.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's very strange. But I'm in the doctor's office. There's this cute little old man, 90 years old. Kind of looks like you. 90-year-old guy.
First off, I'm not little. I'm not cute. And thank you for saying that, though. It's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
Your hairstyle and beard color were, as they say in Indiana,
adorable.
Similar. twisting
I wasn't giving it to you.
twisting your own joke.
I knew it was coming because you love doing that to
So
me.
this old guy, he's got a walker. It's like, he's there on his own. Good for you for being here on your own type of a situation. Like,
Okay.
great. Like it's
He's at the doctor.
No, the guy's well, I mean, fair enough. But he walked in on his own. The door opens to go to the back for someone to get him. This guy, probably 40, 45, comes out on a Segway.
What?
Obviously, guy's in great shape. Great shape.
Yeah.
Like he could run circles around the both of us.
Yeah.
Just by looking at him, this guy runs for fun. He's one of those idiots.
Yeah,
Running
yeah.
for fun is just.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Comes out on a Segway. Okay. You have the audacity. Now, those legs are working.
Right.
You're a healthy young professional.
He's being cool.
First of all, it's a doctor's office. It's not like you're like security in a mall, like that you have a lot of ground to cover.
Right.
The guy maybe had like 50 yards at most between that. That's like
All the rooms.
the longest possible way through those hallways. 50 yards. Guy comes out in a Segway and then stands there on the Segway just watching this little old man inch by inch come in there. And he has the audacity to A, be on this Segway,
Right.
and two, be like, so how are we feeling?
You just said
how are
A
you doing?
and 2. I love that.
I know.
I love
Take
that.
your time. He tells him to take his time, as if he had all the time in the world because he saved those 5 precious seconds on his Segway. I could not. I tried to take a picture of one of these, like where you hold the phone near your chest and just turn your body, and so people don't know that you're taking a picture, even though it's quite evident you're taking a picture.
Right.
But unfortunately, I couldn't get the shot. I only got like a little of the Segway and a little of the old man's foot in the picture. So I don't have the picture for you, but I think I did a good enough
it was a
job
pretty good
describing.
description. Yeah.
I was just not happy.
Did you say anything to the Segway guy when it was your turn?
No, because I'm standing there like at check-in. So it's like I'm checking in and I should be focusing on my own appointment, but meanwhile this thing I'm like this, if something catches my attention, I'm just going to I'm going to watch the show. I watched the show.
And that's good. Take the moment, enjoy the show.
I needed the appointment too because I waited like 2 weeks for this appointment and I wasn't about to be like, your staff are a bunch of shitheads. And then be like, well, then you don't have to see them. So, you know, I was just going to, I'm going to watch the show.
Why are some appointments so incredibly hard to place? They're so far out with doctors.
Like getting just a standard physical?
I had no problem scheduling that with my primary.
But they're always months out.
No. They were like, yeah, tell me when you want to come in.
Oh, you don't have a popular office for physicals.
No, they just like me. So
fair.
But I just met with my.
They're like, he might not last. He might not last until this next opening. Get him in here.
Let's get that payment.
Get him in here.
No, I just recently had a meeting with my endocrinologist for my blood sugar.
Yep.
All right. The meeting was in January. When did we schedule that appointment?
Wait, what?
The meeting with my doctor, my endocrinologist, was in January.
Oh, I'm guessing it was probably like October.
September,
yeah.
September, earliest they can get me in was late January.
I had a similar
Insane.
last week because my neck was hurting and it wouldn't go away. Probably from this long COVID I've been
you're like lifetime
going
COVID.
through. Exactly. I called and I'm just like, I had this acute neck pain. It's
adorable.
It's adorable. It came on all of the sudden and it's very severe and it hurts now.
Yeah.
I need to see the doctor now. I haven't been there in a few years, thankfully. So they consider me a new patient. Okay, well, we're not seeing new patients until March. But it hurts now.
Yeah.
All right, this was like 4 days ago. Guess what doesn't hurt right now? My neck. It's fine now. I still haven't canceled the appointment. I probably should so someone else can take it. Maybe that's why they're booking out until March because everyone's like, oh, I feel fine now, but I'm going to keep the appointment just in case.
Right.
Because you never know around
get
here.
another one in. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and you know what? They only charge you if you cancel within 24 hours. So I got an alarm set and we're good to go.
Oh, you're that George Costanza. What do you mean? I'm charging you.
I should charge them to have the audacity to be like, hey, I may have whiplash. Like something is wrong right now.
They didn't tell you to go to the emergency room.
They didn't tell me to go to the emergency room, but they scheduled me for an appointment 2 months away. And it's like,
by the way, the other advice I'm going to give you in my many years of experience of life older than you is get used to that. Everything will hurt every day more and more as you get older.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing that doesn't hurt.
I'm starting to get there.
People are like, oh, when you have COVID, things ache. I'm like, how is that different? Because things ache every day.
Yeah?
Every day I get out of bed, everything aches.
Well, that's why we're talking about going back to the gym. We're going to need to have some sort of a gym, not wager. I don't know if it doesn't. Well, like, at when I worked in corporate offices, like they do the summer slim down, like whoever can lose the most weight, but it doesn't really work.
No, it's going to be tough
for what
because
we're
I've
doing
already
here.
dropped a chunk of weight. I'm not going to lose a lot more weight.
But the good thing is the weight that you've lost, right? It kind of comes off easier because you're a big guy, right? Super tall. You had some weight to lose. Comes off easier. My first 10 pounds are going to come off like that. Maybe like 15 pounds like that. You've already lost weight, so I would have that head start. So I would easily win. When I said you had the head start, what I should say is you hit 400 in the preseason, but that's not going to count once our regular season starts. See what I'm saying?
No.
See what I'm saying?
No, because it all matters.
Preseason stats don't matter though. If we were to go to the gym starting right now,
if you want to bring my weight back to,
but we're not going to
summer,
we're not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to do that, we can go get some of these Mexican pizzas that they just brought back to Taco Bell, which I will continue to push on you.
You are really promoting this as a free shout out on the show.
Mexican
they
pizza
don't need our help.
Shout-out. Mexican pizza in itself deserves a free shout out. I would open up a restaurant that sells nothing but Mexican pizza. Nay, pizza from around the world, but not like real pizza. Like I wouldn't have like an Italian pizza. It would be.
Can we call it the pie is low?
Yes. Yes, we can. Absolutely, we can. But like for the Asian inspired pizzas, they're going to be on a crispy rice type of a thing, right?
Okay.
The Mexican pizza that's on a crispy tortilla.
By the way, you mentioned rice. I got to tell you, I had some brown rice last night with some of the best sushi I've had in a long time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
was it from Yokohama?
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Which, as you may remember, he had a bad experience on this, so now we're even.
Yeah.
He had a bad experience one time where I mentioned their name 50 times. He didn't like that.
Yeah.
And
I didn't mention it. You did again, though.
Yeah.
But
free shout out.
I really enjoyed. I go back. It's a local business. I support local business.
You've been getting that banana sushi. Oh. What's it called?
Heaven roll.
The heaven roll.
Oh,
Is it heaven?
Heavenly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So good. So anyway, go there and order the heaven roll.
Done.
They don't tell them I sent you because they don't know who I am.
Okay.
Which might be why I enjoy going there.
Do we have a hot sauce that actually would go? We haven't talked about our hot sauces in a while.
Yeah.
Do we have a bar is low hot sauce that would be good on a sushi? The banana one, maybe?
On the banana, it might be too much.
Banana. That's banana on banana.
Yeah.
That's too much banana.
It might be a lot of banana.
That's okay.
Although I like a lot of bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas are good.
Yeah.
I just want bananas all over the place.
We don't have like a wasabi.
No,
hot
that's
sauce,
a thought.
isn't it?
How about people call us in and tell us what they would like us to do in the next sauce, what flavor they might enjoy?
I would like that.
Where would they call us, Mike?
6317 Mike Mo.
6317 Mike Mo. That's Mike with a Y. Give us a call. We will put your call on the air. That's what we do.
That's right. We actually have a call.
Do we?
Yeah, just one.
Do we?
Just one. Do we? Yes.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Do you want to hear
That's
it?
what the ground is like in the
Do you want to
morning.
hear it now?
Hey, Mike and Mo. It's Jana, your listener over in Romania.
Hey.
First of all, she was just going to say Romania.
Romania.
I was actually just going to say from where? The international...
Our international friend.
The mysterious international. She's like a Carmen Sandiego. Like, you don't know where this mysterious woman is calling from.
We know where she is now.
Yeah, now we do. All right, let's. We'll rewind and start without the interruption. But you know what? We only have one call. So right now, she has a longer streak than Liz.
Wow.
Wow.
And by the way, I did notice she follows us on the TikTok.
There you go.
Yeah.
As well she should. It's where she said she heard. Well, never.
She-
Blah, blah,
Hey,
blah.
Mike and Mo. It's Jana, your listener over in Romania. And I'm still catching up on all these great episodes. I just listened to your Christmas episode, and Mo says that you have been promising him matzo ball soup for years. And I want you to know that I just listened to episode 13, where you promised him matzo ball soup. That was back in April of 2019.
I like her.
He is indeed correct. I am part Jewish, so on behalf of all of our...
What part of you?
Let her finish.
I would like for you to actually make him some matzo ball soup. I think it needs to be its own episode. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh,
So
that's sweet.
I'm sorry, Mo. I need you to read this because Google does a transcription.
Yeah.
All right. Just read read the last line without even practicing.
You guys are doing a great job. I absolutely love to suck.
Say it again. Say it again.
I'm not saying it
It says,
again.
I absolutely love to suck. And I was like, you are Jewish, aren't you?
Wow.
There he goes.
Wow.
There he goes. And the streak ends at 2.
Way to treat our new listeners.
Ooh, wow. He actually got up away from the table.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
you are red. I love it when I make you this red, this shade of water. You look like a watermelon.
50 Shades of Red.
A watermelon with a beard.
Good for her.
Yeah, I'll make you some matzo ball soup. Sure.
It's only now 3 years now in the making.
All right, I'll make you some matzo ball soup. Shoop.
Shoop-a-doop, shoop-a-doop-a-doop, shoop-a-doop, shoop-a-doop. I am done singing about
Yeah.
soup.
So we're gonna I'll make you some matzo ball soup.
By the way, I have to say, while I was ill, while I had the COVIDs, the vid, a couple things happened during that time.
My grandma died.
I'm sorry.
Unrelated.
Yeah, completely unrelated. I'm
Moving
sorry
on,
to hear that.
moving on.
She was a lovely lady.
She did you ever meet her?
I remember you talking to her several times with me here.
I was talking. Yeah.
She was adorable.
Yes.
She really was.
Shortest phone calls of all time.
Lovely lady.
Literally 3 minutes is a long call.
I might have met her once.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, your birthday party, was she there?
Or graduation, something.
Something,
Birthday,
yeah.
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 Baby shower.
Anyway, I didn't get invited to baby showers. Anyway, my sister
we had really good soup that day.
made me homemade chicken noodle soup while I was sick with COVID.
Wonderful.
I credit that to my quick recovery from the COVID.
So, noodle, rice, matzo ball. What's superior in the chicken soup?
I don't know. I haven't had your matzo ball soup.
Just in general. Matzo ball soup?
I don't. There's a magic
Chicken
to the
noodle?
love of chicken noodle soup when you're sick.
So you like the noodle? You like? Do you like chicken and rice, or like a chicken orzo?
I don't like soup that often, but when I'm sick, a chicken noodle I enjoy.
Okay.
It was like a shredded chicken she did. It was really good.
Better be shredded chicken. You don't want chunky chicken in your soup.
If you get like Campbell's, it's got chunks in there, which is gross.
That's not soup. I didn't know there was chicken in this soup. I wonder where that kid is today. I wonder where that kid is today. Can we find that out? Where is the I didn't know there was chicken in this soup kid?
But I also have to say something else happened while I was down with the COVID, because I put it out on our TikTok. I put it out. You know, some people knew I had COVID. It wasn't a secret that I had COVID. Right? I just put it out there.
Yep.
And some random people sent me well wishes while you have COVID. People you don't normally hear from.
Oh, such as?
Such as your wife sent me a text.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Said, hey, I hope you're doing all right. Let us know if you need anything. Which is kind of funny because you never offered if I needed anything, but your wife did.
Whatever.
Thought that was very nice of her.
Well, you know what?
She's nicer than you are.
Yeah,
She is a kinder person than you are
probably.
in some ways. So
Okay.
I'm just making a point that I noticed. That's all.
I mean, she's definitely way nicer than me.
She doesn't make false promises like offering me soup over 3 years and not delivering it. Because you want me to like soup. You've been on this crusade to have me like soup because the soup is not my thing.
I never knew there was chicken in this soup.
Campbell's.
All right.
Where is that kid?
I don't know. But
Where are they now?
I'm trying to find out. Where are they now?
So I'm saying if you've been on this crusade to have me like soup for so long, you would think you would say, hey, here's my soup. Try it like you did with the chowder, which was okay. It was pretty good.
You said it was amazing.
It was pretty good.
You said you are.
My memory
you,
slips because it was a while ago.
you were on the record.
But chowders are different than soup for me. Chowders I'll have once in a while. But if you want me to like soup and you promise to make soup, I don't expect a 3-year hiatus in saying, yeah, I'll make you some soup. I'll bring it in. It was on the show.
So
listen to that show.
I rarely make soup. Like I don't. The clam chowder aside, I don't go in making the soup. Like the chicken soup, the matzo ball soup is a byproduct of me roasting a chicken, right? So
Yeah.
it comes a couple. There's a whole process to getting there. I haven't roasted a chicken in like 3 weeks. All right. That chicken was
3 years.
was used for another soup, but it wasn't matzo ball soup.
So how often do you make matzo ball soup?
I will be making it around Passover, maybe once or twice a year.
All right, so once, twice a year. It's been 3 years since you promised, so you've made like 6 batches of soup.
Give or take.
of matzo ball soup
Give or take, yeah.
since you promised to bring me matzo ball soup.
Correct.
So that's negligence on your part.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, I'm calling it what it is. That's I'm not making up words for you.
Negligence or forgetfulness. When I'm in the zone, I'm eating my matzo ball soup. I want to eat more of the matzo balls.
So if I said,
I need
"Hey,
to-
let's go do a show," and you said, "Yes, let's go do a show," and then I just don't show up, would you be disappointed?
That's different.
No,
That's different.
Making a commitment, saying I will do something,
Because
and then just not doing it.
No. Because the show is a you and me thing. A matzo ball soup is just that's a me and my zone thing.
But you offered it.
Yeah, I didn't
If
say
you were to
when.
say- if you were to say-
I never said when.
If you were to say, "Hey, you want to go play golf?" Yeah, let's go play golf. And 3 years later, you're still like, "Yeah, we should go play golf." Well, then make an effort.
Which is pretty much where we are right now with our golf. I think it's
No, it's winter, so there's no golf right now.
well,
Although I would like to do an indoor. We should do an indoor.
okay. With
Somewhere.
matzo ball soup. You'll get your matzo ball soup. You'll get some soup. We're gonna do
Christmas
some
is
soup.
coming again too.
We're gonna make some soup. Well, you know what? If you show up on Passover like you're supposed to.
No. By the way, I want to.
So if you show up on
wanted to
Passover
mention this
when you're supposed
on the
to,
last show
I would
too.
on the last show too. You mentioned it. Go ahead.
Last year, and you can go back and listen to the show. Last year, you were like, "Yeah, you're going to come over for this year.
Yeah.
You're coming over for Passover this year. I think it'd be great to have you in my house at Passover."
Yeah.
And then, right before, you rescinded the offer because it wasn't going to be a wonderful experience for me to be there. There was something going on that you didn't want me to be there now. So I did not. I got de-invited.
Uninvited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
De-invited
Yeah.
to your Passover, and I haven't been to a Passover in probably 20 years.
I'm trying to remember what happened at Passover.
I don't know, but you were like, "Yeah, it's not going to be a good time for you to be there."
Wasn't that when my uncle died?
Last year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But look, the way I see things,
Think so.
and you and I have said this 1,000 times back and forth to each other. We see each other as family.
Far too often. Yeah.
No,
yes.
we treat each other as family. would.
Sure. Yes.
And the good comes with the bad.
I'll invite my sister to Passover. Avi, you're not coming to Passover this year,
Why?
bitch.
Why can't Avi come to Passover?
I just uninvited her.
Why would you do that?
Why would I uninvite you as family?
Maybe I'll do it at my office, which has a beautiful kitchen. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll have my own Passover.
That would be awesome to do a Seder in that house. Can
Yeah.
we do a Seder there?
If you want to.
All right, we'll do our Seder there. Maybe.
How many people are coming?
You, me, my mom, my 2 kids, my wife, and Elijah. That's
7?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's invite Craig.
Oh my God, I would. Maybe we'll do our own Seder. maybe we'll do it with.
Oh, Craig is a heck of a cook. That's what I'm saying. We can
Ooh.
he can make the ham.
I'll master it. Please.
I've been trying to get that joke for like 3 years, and you never once
There you go.
responded like you did this time. Thank you.
I will master
Stick
chef.
with the
I
joke.
will master chef with against him.
Master Chef. You think you could compete on the Master Chef?
I cannot bake. I am not a dessert chef.
Baking is
I
the easier
cannot-
of the things to do.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Really?
I am not a good bake, dessert, anything in the sweet
I
realm.
think baking is easier.
2, I am not the best at plating. I am not delicate with plating.
I'm
Right?
good with plating.
I would, like, oftentimes the way that I would plate something, if I'm eating at home, I'm not trying to impress anything.
Right.
You compartmentalize, right?
Right.
Here's the potatoes, here's the ham, I guess, if that's
Right.
what we're eating today. Here's the vegetable, and each has just a little, and it looks
I'm
like
so offended by the ham now all of a sudden.
it looks like a clock just going around. If I actually like take care of plating, sometimes I'll do the puree with something on the top of it, but like I'm not up to restaurant level. And what these Master Chef contestants
It's a
are,
huge piece.
It's a big part of it. It's basically home cooks who could make it in a fine restaurant, who like
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay would hire to work in their restaurants.
Right.
I don't think I am up to that level. So it's like, oh, it's episode 7, time to bake macarons. I'm just like, well, I might as well just leave. I don't know the first thing about baking macarons.
So-
I don't want to sift my flour through a thing.
So here's my big question with that, because those shows are edited quite a bit.
Yes,
So when they say, "Hey, we're going to make macaroons," there's going to be people like, "Dude, I don't know how to make a macaroon." Well, let's show you how to make a macaroon.
Of course, there's
Let's
instruction.
give you a recipe,
Yeah.
and then go make it and see what happens. So I think you'd be fine because you'd have a recipe, you'd have instruction on how to do that. But how pretty can you make it look?
Yeah. Like it's time to bake a 5-layer cake. I think I would screw up at that.
Really?
I think part of the reason why I'm not good at baking is because I don't like to measure. I don't measure. I never measure when I cook.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Baking has to be. Yeah.
Baking's a science.
It's a chemistry, yeah.
Right. Cooking
It's a feel.
yeah, it's technique.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So it's not so much of a science. So following those instructions, it's I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna like open up IKEA furniture. Well, because I'm not poor, but
Wow.
but I'm not gonna open up a thing.
I
of furniture.
enjoy some IKEA furniture. If they'd like to sponsor the show, I'd love to have them on board.
IKEA furniture, perfect for getting the directions out and building it, eating some Swedish meatballs made out of horse and
Langenberry juice.
Visit IKEA.com. So I'm not the kind of, I don't like opening up a box of IKEA furniture and getting the directions out and going step by step like that. That's just not how, that's
You
not.
and I did that with your ping pong table.
And it's still half built on the floor.
Yeah. Because it's like sawdust and pressed particle
God, there's the
board.
COVID. I'm still waiting for a call from the doctor's office.
It's been how long?
It's been like 2 hours?
2 weeks?
No, I got another one. I've gotten another one since the last show.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
I can't stop testing positive for it, and I don't know why.
And you're not showing any symptoms at all.
No, I mean my taste went away.
I am so.
For a
By the
little
way,
bit, but that was it.
because of your COVID
Giving
prevalence,
it to you.
yeah, I appreciate you putting this plexi up in the studio.
Yeah.
It's very nice of you to do. I appreciate that. That's
Yeah.
nice. Keep us safe.
Well, it's also best when.
Thanks for not covering your face at all.
Yeah, but look at it. The plexiglass. All right, let's play a game.
That splatter.
It's like looking up at the clouds. What does that look like?
I feel like I'm looking at a Dexter blood splatter. You know, like
That's correct. That's. I was. Oh, I almost
Gross.
knocked over my coffee.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, I was looking more so for the Nickelodeon logo, circa 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also has that same orange hue to it.
It's
Isn't
really
that-
gross. Let's not take pictures of that, please. Let's leave that alone.
Oh, hey TikTok. So, yeah, but with our
You poo on the TikTok a little bit. You poo on the TikTok.
not pooing on the TikTok.
You poo on the TikTok a little.
A little bit.
You're not a big fan of the TikTok.
I'm not a fan of the whole lip syncing thing. I'm like-
You've mentioned, but there's a lot more to TikTok than just lip syncing. And if we put more of our sounds up, more people will do the lip syncing of our show.
yeah, and then maybe I'll like it because
It's us.
benefiting me. Oh God.
I covered up,
Yeah.
not like you.
Well, whatever. It's not that I don't dislike the TikTok. It's just some of it is just stupid and annoying.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Some of Facebook is, some of Twitter is. So, like,
Yeah.
whatever. There's no such thing as a perfect social
now
media outlet.
Facebook started doing the Reels thing, which is like
Everyone's doing TikTok.
which is just TikTok.
Yeah.
People putting their TikTok videos.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's whatever. Whatever. Hot sauce. We've got hot sauce.
Yeah, we do.
Did you see the Drake story with hot sauce
No.
like a month ago?
No.
So I've been meaning to talk about this, about the hot sauce. So Drake, the famous rapper,
Yeah.
he banged a broad.
That's crass,
They,
but okay.
They did sex.
They did the hibbity-dibbity.
They did sex.
They enjoyed the hibbity.
She goes back after the fact,
Okay.
takes the condom,
What?
pours it in, tries to impregnate
Oh,
herself.
stop it.
Drake is genius. Drake put hot sauce in there.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Homegirl had a bad night,
Oh,
presumably
my
next day.
Goodness.
As a spermicide, poured hot sauce into the condom.
My goodness.
The first thing I thought of was, I wish it was Bar is Low hot sauce, because that's the kind of marketing we need right now. We could totally go. The banana stand would have been perfect
By the way,
for that, which we're
funny.
almost out of, by the way. The banana stand is running low. A lot of people have been buying it, loving it. We only have like 5 or 6 bottles left.
it's really strange that people either they're people like, oh, I don't want to try that. I don't want to try the banana.
Idiots.
And then they try it and they
Idiots.
go, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And of course it is.
Yeah.
By the way, you remember last show, I did that quiz for your birthday year and such.
Yeah.
Before you got older.
Was Drake on it?
Drake's on the list. Is Drake older or younger than you?
Drake is younger than me.
Drake is 1 year younger than you.
There you go.
Believe that?
That is correct.
86.
Yeah, I believe it.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I gotta get some more hot sauce. This is what that makes me feel like.
Wow. I feel sorry for your wife.
So we but speaking of TikTok, you know what I did want to mention? So we put up a video like a few weeks ago about it was us talking about tipping and takeout.
Yeah.
And now some of the backlash has been negative because people didn't realize that was recorded in 2019. Since pandemic, I will go on the record, I always tip at takeout now.
Yeah.
Always tip at takeout, just so you know.
I do too. Like I'll place an order to go pick up takeout. And by the way,
This is a couple bucks.
I love
Bucks.
I love being able to place my order on my phone and then show up and pick it up.
On your phone.
If I show up on your website and I can't order online, I'm likely going somewhere else.
Ooh, good topic of conversation.
Like I enjoy.
You don't like
I don't
calling
want
and
to
talking?
call. I
No?
don't like to call.
Because
I
why?
never
because,
have.
because they'll mess up the order. Because you're not a people person. What is the deal? Why not?
Clearly, I'm a people person.
Well,
but
why aren't you calling?
maybe I don't want to be judged on the food I'm ordering.
Okay,
Right?
I can see that.
Yeah. So, plus, I feel like when you call someplace, and I'm big on this too. If you were on the phone, if someone walks into your studio and says, "Hey, I want to talk to you about doing some videos for my business,"
Sure.
and then there's a phone call in the middle of it. Do you answer the phone?
No.
Or do you let that phone go?
Go.
So if I call the restaurant and they're in the middle of something with someone who took the time to walk in, and now I'm interrupting them with my phone call,
Yeah.
I shouldn't get priority with the phone call.
I guess.
So I don't want to be that guy who's standing there when the phone rings and go, "Excuse me, hi, such and such restaurant. Yeah, I'll take your order." Like, how come you're taking their order?
Well,
I
they
haven't
should
even
say
been
please
seated
hold.
yet."
They should say please hold.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Well, that's on them. I don't think that should necessarily get you off of wanting or using the phone to place orders. And
No, I get this weird anxiety with calling. I don't want to call. I prefer to place that online and then just walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm order number 38. Thank you. Bye-bye."
Okay.
And then the tip is taken care of. It's I paid for it through the app and the whole thing. Although, same thing as always. Tip cash if you can.
Oh, always tip cash. Always tip cash. 1,000% always tip cash.
But I will occasionally just put it right on my bill.
How can they call us, Mo?
6317 Mike Mo. That's the number to give us a call right here at the studio. You'll get straight on through and leave us a voicemail, and we will play that on the show. We will play it just for you and for us and enjoy it and probably either make fun of you or appreciate what you give us for the show.
A little category A, a little category B.
Yeah, because that's what happens. I mean, look, Liz, what do you think Liz's lifetime? What kind of batter is Liz lifetime? Is she over 300?
Yes.
She's over 300.
I think so.
Is she over 400?
No.
Yeah, like a 350?
Maybe around 400.
Well, 400 should put you in the hall.
This is not in softball. And this is softball.
Well, 400 puts you in the hall. Well, 400 is average for softball. 500 puts you in the hall.
I hit 718 last year. That was
Wow.
awesome.
Fantastic. Good for you.
I hope I do that again this year.
Right? No kidding.
Don't see it.
Please do.
I don't know. I haven't
Oh,
got...
I have one other thing I have to talk to you about. This is very important. So we're talking about you hitting softballs.
Okay.
A week or so ago, you and I talked about my friend Craig, who teaches hitting.
Does Craig listen to the show?
No.
What a dumbass.
I know. He would so enjoy the show.
He would love this show.
And he's like, "No, I'm not into that." I'm like, "What do you mean? You didn't listen to it once?"
You're not into listening?
Yeah.
You're not into...
He'll put on music all day.
He works in a workshop. Put on the show in a
Yeah.
workshop.
So I mentioned to him what you said to me, because we now have a space that's an indoor space that might be good for setting up
Some softball training?
some softball hitting.
What did I say to you?
You said to me, I talked to Craig about doing that, and he told me I don't need it.
In so many words.
So I said to Craig, so Mike said, you told him he doesn't need it. And he goes, those words never came out of my mouth.
No, because he texted it. So that's why he wasn't lying to you.
Wow.
Because he texted it.
He said he absolutely needs help.
Absolutely. But
Keep your phone away from the mic.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. I did ask, I mean, if I wanted to do some real deal lessons with you for this winter and spring, what's that going to cost? And I will show you his response.
I can't read it that far away.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Don't read it on air either. Just laugh.
Oh, goodness. I'm not reading that.
So, because if Craig ever does listen to the show, I don't want him to know that we're reading her stuff. Yeah, but he said he was busy, and, there you go. And then he complimented me a lot. More so on my defense. My defense is pretty good.
Your defense this past year was stellar.
Exceptional.
It was the best I've ever seen you play defense in your life.
Because at shortstop, it's so strange. I'm way better at short, way more comfortable at short than I am at third. It's very strange because there's similar angles, or as they say in Indiana,
angles.
So I love that I've just killed that joke.
It'll come back.
Here you go, Dave. You can have your joke back. Mr. Letterman, have at it. But the ball comes, it's a different angle, and it's so much hotter off the bat coming to
It's more reactionary than you think too much at third almost.
You think too much at third.
I played third. In my younger days.
I am way better at short than I am at third, and I always have been. And I told this to you, like when I played in LA for I played shortstop pretty much exclusively.
Yeah.
And you all laughed, but you got to see, finally, I'm not a bad shortstop.
You did a great job in co-ed this year playing short.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
You were diving at balls that you had no right getting to.
Yeah.
That you were stopping, knocking down.
Yeah.
You made some stellar plays.
Yeah. So Woody needs to not play there anymore.
Well, thing is, Glenn moved into that spot.
Yeah, we put him back in the outfit. Anyway, we don't need to talk about this on the show because no one cares. No one cares about all that stuff.
No one from the softball team listens to the show.
Matt used to. And
Matt liked the show.
He even said that he liked the show.
He did. And I don't know why he doesn't listen anymore. But,
I don't know.
You know what? He may very well be listening and not calling in. That's the
podcast is good. I like it.
Thanks, Matt.
See,
That's
he
very
liked
nice.
the show.
Very nice of him to say.
So, all right, look, I actually need to get running. I am going to call the doctor's office and see if my COVID test has come in.
Can we keep that on the air?
Yeah, because you haven't called. We gotta hear what's going on.
Yeah, I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, we usually don't do this too often.
No, share personal things.
Well, we share personal things, just not COVID
things I don't want.
Yeah. Could I'm calling to see the results of my COVID test.
Date of birth?
5.
What's the last name?
Furman.
Oh, Myke Furman.
That's me.
Okay, yes. So you are positive.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Alrighty. Stop.
Congratulations. Wow. I am positive.
Good for you. Yay.
Yay. So what the hell?
Yet again.
It's so weird.
Or still.
I can't. Still positive. Well, all right. We don't have to rush out of the show anymore because I'm COVID positive, and so are you.
Yeah. Yay.
So
fun to be positive.
Yeah. So I was bathing this morning. All right.
Okay.
As I do weekly.
Yeah.
Do you sing in the shower?
Sometimes, not regularly.
Okay. Do you have what song?
It's usually a Jimmy Buffett song pops into my head.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
What song?
All different songs. Depends on the mood, but just a different Jimmy Buffett song will pop into my head and I'll just start singing it.
Because I got to thinking, do people have people have playlists, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Craig has a workshop playlist that doesn't include this podcast.
It so varies.
On his mood, probably.
Yeah.
He can be moody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He can be real. Yeah. Especially when we read his texts on podcast.
Yeah.
But you would think after a positive COVID diagnosis, we'd be like, stop the show. We're just going to keep on going. The audience with that. Yep, there we go. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You should have played that for your COVID announcement.
Well, so here's the thing, actually. I think she was, since it's Bluetooth, I think she was actually hearing me through the mixer.
Oh, yeah.
So if she goes, you're COVID positive, and then she, what's she going to think? What's she going to think? Yay! I just hung up the phone because I was like, I got to play a sound effect, but I don't want her to hear it.
Natural immunity.
But most people, I think, have a shower playlist or a karaoke play. If you go to karaoke, Is there like a song that you would do?
There was back in the day. I used to do my share of karaoke.
Oh,
I did a lot of it, and I actually have, and you know this. I have an okay voice.
Yeah, you've been melodious on this podcast at times.
I can sing a little bit, and
I think in the start of the episode "Butt Stuff Galore," you sang.
I did.
I just had to bring that episode back.
Yeah, I know you love that name.
Thanks for the call, Jezebel. What was her name?
Jana. Not Jezebel.
I don't know.
Her name is not Jezebel. So, way to insult our new listeners.
Well, she's only part Jewish, so I can insult the other part of her. Yes. What part are... Anyway, continue.
I don't know. Like our friend Steve is part Jewish.
Well, continue.
So, back in the day, I used to go to SJ's and do karaoke weekly. Like it was a thing you scheduled. Like Thursdays, we're going to SJ's.
Can you just please describe SJ Barrington's because most of our listeners are not from our town. We talk about our town a lot. I think we talk a little bit too much about our town, but whatever. We love our town.
SJ's is closed now, so I can
shit on it.
I can speak openly.
Yeah, it was gross.
It was like your friend owned a bar that didn't always keep up with it 100%. So like,
yeah,
when you're there late. Like if you're at a friend's house late and you get hungry, you walk in the kitchen and kind of help yourself. That happened there. Like, I would go back and get a piece of bacon.
Of course you would.
Grab it out of the fridge because it was pre-cooked and just sitting there. But I would do Billy Joel's Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. That was one of my songs.
And
I changed the words to be about SJ's. I'll meet you anytime you want at S.J. Barrington's Restaurant Cafe, that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not eating there. No. I wouldn't.
I worked there once for a day, one shift.
Oh.
One shift.
How'd that go?
It was only one shift. That's how well that went. I actually made good money that day, but they told me that they wanted me there 2 hours before my shift to bartend, so I would clean. Like, you're paying me like $2.65 an hour to clean? No. You can hire someone else to clean. I'm not doing that. And then they said, well, you're going to be a bartender, but if someone else wants your shift, they can take it and you'll go to wait staff and work the floor. I said, no one wants me walking between tables serving dinner. And at the time, they did like a prime rib dinner. They did some really nice stuff in the dining room. But I'm like, I'm not the guy you want walking between your tables delivering your food. I'm just, and again, remember at the time, I was very large. I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now.
Yeah. A couple inches taller, too. You must be getting
I'm not
old.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Shut up. Yeah. So, but my number one song that my friend Sharky and I used to do together.
Sharky
looked like Bluto from Popeye at the time.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay.
I like he does not anymore. But so he looked a little bit like Fred Flintstone. The problem is he's like 6-7 inches shorter than me.
Oh.
And I had the blonde hair. So I would get on my knees so I could be Barney Rubble, and we would do the theme from the Flintstones.
Oh.
And that was kind of, people would ask for us to do, are you doing the Flintstones? Are you doing the Flintstones tonight?
That was your thing?
That was my thing because I could do the voices of the characters, so it sounds a little more fun, right?
Okay, yeah.
So when you're like my Barney Rubble, I haven't tried my Barney Rubble in years. I haven't done, when we started the show, I did a lot of voices on a regular basis.
You used to, yeah.
And we got away from that.
But you did Barney on the show, I believe you did.
Did I?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, he's down. He's down.
Hey, Fred. What do you say, Fred?
That's good.
So my Barney was decent.
It's good.
And then my Fred wasn't that good, but it was better than his Fred. So I would do Barney, right? My Fred's okay.
Yeah.
And then the Barney. And then I would try to do a great kazoo.
That's it.
Hello, dum-dums. I can't hit it now. I did it at the time.
Yeah.
But my Fred was decent. My Barney was money. So it'd be like, hey, Fred, what's Wilma up to? She gonna stop by?
I just realized why your Barney is better than the other.
Why?
And it's something that Frank Caliendo said.
Okay.
And because he can do so many different voices.
He's amazing.
But you'll notice it. He makes the face too.
The face is a critical part.
If you make and you made the Barney face, but when you did the other shitty impression, I forgot who it was already.
Great Kazoo, yeah.
You didn't do it.
It's a weird thing to do, Great Kazoo. Like my head would have to be this big.
Well, I mean,
But my Fred is okay that, I'd hit it with a big one at the end, where I'd give the big, which is decent.
it's good.
It's decent.
It's pretty good.
I've done that in different states, in different bars, in different places where, I was away for some place on work and I stumble into a bar and it's a karaoke bar and I'm like, I'm going to do my Flintstones. See what happens when it's people I don't know.
And it usually pays off.
It pays off big. People love it.
Yeah. I've gotten really good. I think the biggest round of applause I ever got was when I did, Part of That World from A Little Mermaid.
Really?
I went to town on that one.
Attaboy.
I was belting like I had a tail. And that one, there was a great... there was this place called Dimples. It was a karaoke bar out in Burbank, California, which you may have seen on an episode of Bar Rescue one time.
Okay.
As most restaurants do with Bar Rescue, it shut down
everybody.
damn near close to after.
Same thing with Gordon Ramsay's ones where he'd go to the restaurant.
Here's why. And we'll get back to karaoke.
They don't want to change.
You can change it. It's putting lipstick on a pig at that point. You can't change the mentality of the owner.
True.
Sometimes they do, and they still succeed, but most of the time they.
Give me an example of one. I've never found one where they're
I
like,
don't have
let's
one.
take his advice.
Yeah.
Let's do what he says. He's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand that. If someone of that magnitude, if Kevin Smith were to walk in here and talk to us about our podcast and say, you know what? You want to make your podcast better? This is what you do.
If Kevin
would
Smith
jump all over that.
If Kevin Smith wants to give me any advice about anything, from podcasting to
He's got like 30 podcasts.
weight loss.
Well, he went straight vegan because he had a heart attack.
All right, everything except for weight loss. I will listen to what Kevin Smith has to say. We engaged a little with him when the show started on Twitter. We got to do that again. You got to pick up the Twitter game.
I am picking up the Twitter game.
I know you got it banned again. Didn't you get the account banned again?
Yeah, it's back again for some reason.
Twice.
I don't understand why it gets banned.
It just doesn't like you. Twitter just doesn't
Then
like you.
you should take over the Twitter
No,
account.
because
I don't know. You don't want to do it.
Do you know how many Twitter accounts I already have on this phone?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I have to log out and log back
sure.
in when I want to access some Twitter accounts.
So follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Barslow Pod.
Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah.
The Barslow. Mm-hmm. Follow us on Facebook, if you even bother going on Facebook anymore, because we hardly do.
Yeah.
But that's where you can buy our hot sauce.
Yeah, that's the only reason to go on there.
Or
And you
gum.
can, if you're listening to this on Facebook, kudos to you because that's still like the fastest growing podcast platform.
Which is really strange.
Very strange.
But I'm glad it's working.
Yeah.
I'm glad people are finding the show a little bit more and enjoying it.
It's a good COVID.
Good show.
It's the
I
COVID.
like it.
I'm dying. It's the COVID. No, it's Facebook. I think is the best at introducing people to new podcasts because it'll show up in your feed.
Yeah,
and
because you know
even
the person. Yeah,
it's good exploratory. But at Dimples Karaoke,
yeah.
it was Andy Mogren, my buddy's birthday. He was the guy who I hijacked his anniversary last month. We haven't even talked about that. We'll talk about that next. We did I Want It That Way. It was
Okay.
like 4 of us. And
That sounds like that would work.
it was possibly one of the best karaoke performances that we brought down the house.
All right.
I was wearing my Derek Jeter Sucks shirt. People took offense to it. I love it when people take offense to that
course.
shirt. For the record, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Derek Jeter. But Derek Jeter sucked.
He was a Yankee. So you hated him to start with.
Sucked. I have a Clemens Sucks shirt too. I have a Mendoza Sucks shirt, but it was kind of weird being like, this one random middle reliever that comes in the 6th innings really sucks. And then he came to our team the next year, and I was like, what do I do with this shirt?
Right.
Shower song, though, I go the opposite.
What do you do in the shower?
Like 80% of the time, you got to break out Louis Armstrong, baby.
Really?
You gotta break it up because
Really?
in the morning, I'm a morning shower person.
Yeah.
Some people are morning. Lori is a nighttime shower person. After
Okay.
work, wash the hospital off.
Right.
I get that.
Sure.
I am a wake up, get refreshed for the day.
Yeah.
Start the day off.
I
right.
like the morning shower.
If I take a nighttime shower, I'm amped. I'm up,
Really?
It keeps me up.
I prefer the morning shower, but the nighttime shower gets me nice, and I feel great climbing into bed. And I'm a recent convert to making my bed on a daily basis.
Oh, I do that. I've been doing that for years. You have to do it
I say recent convert in the last year.
every day. It's
I
one of the few
love
things.
it.
Lori will shit on me for not doing a lot of stuff. She literally does everything at our house. God bless her for it. She will, I'll vacuum every now and again and this and
Yeah.
that. But if it's one thing I do, well, I do dishes a lot too. But if it's another thing I do, it's make that bed every single day.
There is something about when you go to bed at night and your bed is made. It took me forever
So
to realize
comfortable.
that's why I loved going to hotels.
To hotels, yeah.
Because you go to a hotel, you walk in, you're like, oh, the day is over. My bed is made. It's nice. It's fresh sheets, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So there's something about when you take a shower at night and you climb into a freshly made bed.
Yep.
I'm just going to be so much more relaxed. So I get both,
Got to get in there.
but I like the morning shower.
The reason why I started doing it too, or the thing that kind of got me amped for doing that, have you ever seen there was a speech that like a rear admiral or something made? You're laughing at a high-ranking member of our American
I'm laughing
Navy.
at your face when you said it.
rear.
You said rear.
I thought my speech impediment was coming out. Like I was when I was a little kid, I couldn't pronounce that word.
Really?
Rear.
What'd you say?
R's were not.
Wheel?
Rear. My when I would R, my mouth would go to. So I would be like world, go around the world. But now I can say world. It's great, kind of.
And rear.
Yeah, and rear admiral did this whole speech. I think it was at like a Naval Academy graduation or something. But like the importance of making your bed. It was a great speech.
I have heard this speech, and he talks about like you've done one thing.
Yeah, you've done one thing
done
that day.
nothing else,
Yep,
you've
done one
made
thing.
your bed.
You've made an accomplishment that day. Ever since I saw that, maybe like 6 years ago or something like that, I've just always made my bed. I was like, Admiral, you're right, sir.
Yeah.
Correct.
I like that.
Correct. So for some reason I started doing it, and now I just can't not make my bed.
Okay.
I make the kids' beds. It's just, there's just something about getting into a made bed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You are prepared to sleep.
We'll talk about Andy's. This is a long show. We'll talk about Andy's me hide. In the next episode of The Bar Is Low, Mike will talk about hijacking his friend's anniversary.
Yeah. It
was fun.
But yeah, I think Carrie.
Yay! 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 Yay!